Today's Mercedes-Benz interview of the day brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. Visit MBUSA.com for special offers. We were looking back on the stats for running backs. You know, we focus on college and the pros, but I was thinking about high school because Derrick Henry rushed for 12,000 yards in high school. And I thought, okay, if I put that together with the 10,000 he's rushed for in the NFL, and then the 3,500 he ran for at Alabama, so he's at almost 26,000 yards right now. Emmitt Smith has 31,000 because, in large part, the 18,000 he had in the NFL. He had just under 4,000 yards in college, and he had 8,800 yards in high school. Some of the other players on this list, these are running backs who had at least 7,000 yards in high school. Thomas Jones, he had 10,000 yards in the NFL, 7,000 in high school, and just under 4,000 yards. Was he Virginia, Thomas Jones?
Yeah, then Jets Bears.
Yep.
Okay. Billy Sims, one of my favorites, had 7,700 yards in high school, 3,800 yards in college, and 5,100 yards in the pros, cut short by injuries. Mike Hart, Michigan's Mike Hart. He had 16,000 total yards. He had 11,000 yards in high school, so just behind Derrick Henry. Lendale White had 7,800 yards in high school, 3,100 yards at USC, and then 2,300 yards in the pros. Bijan Robinson had 7,000 high school yards, 3,400 in college, and then he's off to his NFL career with 1,200 yards. But back to Derrick Henry, had a chance to talk to him yesterday, and I said, boy, it's nice getting to 10,000 yards as an NFL running back. You haven't even eclipsed your high school rushing totals.
I know I'm slacking, Dan. I need to do better.
Do you know how many you rushed for in high school?
I think like 12,124, something like that.
12,000 yards in high school.
Yeah.
You're kind of a ball hog. Did you ever think about letting somebody else run the ball?
I mean, I just liked it to. I felt like I was the best option as far as like us winning. My teammates felt the same, and it worked out all right. I didn't get a state championship in high school, which I'm still mad about, but at least I left with something.
Yeah, but it looks like you're a giant. Like you're Goliath versus a bunch of Davids there. Do you ever feel sorry for these high school kids?
No, not at all. I just wanted to go out there and just play the best that I could. Whoever we played, and we played some tough teams. I know I saw the highlights. People always say I was playing against like middle schools, but troll when a kid hits his growth spurt or not. But yeah, we played some tough teams though. It wasn't all schools.
You rushed for 4,200 yards your senior year. I mean, that's crazy.
So funny. My high school running back coach, Coach Pat, who passed away in 2019, our freshman year, we were at practice and he had a piece of paper with like all these numbers on there. I'm just like, what's this? He was like, these are all the records in Florida. He's like, you're gonna break them. And I was like, oh, whoa, I didn't know all those records stood. I was like, boy, I got a lot to do then. Like, don't worry about it, you got plenty of time. He's like, you're gonna break them. He's like, I just want you to look at them.
I was curious, when you had these long runs, how do you know what the guy or guys behind you are doing?
I don't even. I was, I'm still mad about that run last week because I didn't know the guy was behind me. I would have turned around and tried to stiff arm him or something. I'm seeing the end zone. I didn't even know he was behind me. I would have known. I would have given him a stiff arm, did something to make him miss. But it happens. Now I know.
But do you have you ever looked at the Jumbotron to keep an eye on
I'm
him?
looking
No?
end zone.
That's it.
That's it. I'm trying to get to the end zone.
Can you hear people behind you?
No, I told you I'm looking straight. Once I see green grass and I see the end zone, that's what I'm trying to get to. You can see it in my face. I'm like, I'm trying
What is that feeling like when you break free and all you see is the end zone?
I'm just, I guess, excitement. But I'm just trying to get there. I'm just go, just go, go. As soon as I see green grass, go,
But
green light.
but do you think people doubted you after you left Tennessee? And did you still have, that get up and go? Could you still, be an elite running back?
Yeah, I think it was doubt everywhere. I mean, I think it was doubt there that they didn't think I was where I used to be, but I knew that I still had plenty left, and when that next opportunity came as far as free agency, I was gonna be ready to showcase that I can still go.
If it wasn't the Ravens, who was it going to be?
The Ravens.
Oh, you can say it now.
I I mean I really don't know. I know the Cowboys thing just because I live in Dallas in the offseason. That's basically home. And that made the most sense if the Ravens wasn't interested because I mean that's right there and that just made the most sense. But clearly they wasn't interested and the Ravens were, so it worked out the way it needed to be.
But did you drop a hint to anybody on the Cowboys?
No, not at all. I was just waiting to see if they were or who was interested. And my number one option was the Ravens, so I was waiting to see if that's still gonna come about. And thank God it did. The Cowboys sent me the peace sign, said no. So it worked out where I wanted to be. I got here and I'm happy.
We're talking to Derrick Henry, the Ravens running back, got the Commanders coming up this weekend. Who has more moves as a runner, you or Lamar Jackson?
Oh, Lamar, that's no question. That's a no-brainer. I mean, he like he got eyes in the back of his head. Not me. I told you, I'm going straight. He all different angles. I ain't worried about all that. I'm trying to get to the end. Lamar can see everything.
You ever catch yourself during a play watching him run like, damn, that's impressive?
Like, yo, he was playing the Raiders, and he would just jump in going this way. I'm like, he's coming. They just move out the way. It's crazy. I asked myself, bro, how you know all that? He's like, I be seeing it before it happen. I be like, yeah, not me. I can't do that.
You can't teach that, can you?
Not. That's just God-given ability.
What if I lined him up as a running back?
I think he'll still have success. He trying to run through people. He's scramble, so I don't think it'd be no different. Yeah,
Yeah, because I wonder, like, he'd rush for 1,000 yards.
I think he could. I think he could.
Yeah.
I think he could.
Yeah. How good is this team right now? You got a handle on how good the Ravens are?
Um, I know. We're trending in the right directions as far as the style of football we want to play on all three phases. Playing complementary football, and we just want to continue to build on that, fix the things we need to fix as far as on offense, defense, and special teams, and then like everything take care of itself. But we are a confident group. We're confident in each other. I don't want to say we are the best, but we are working towards that, and we believe we will get there. But it's just taking it week by week.
When's the last time John Harbaugh yelled at you?
John Harbaugh yelled at me. Coach Harbaugh doesn't really yell unless he like really needs to. Unless he feels like we're not doing what we need to do as far
Oh, so
as.
you haven't gotten in trouble. Like you haven't done anything wrong yet.
No, not yet. I'm gonna knock on wood. No,
Wow. Okay. All right.
oh.
You got 100 touchdowns.
Mhm.
How many of those footballs did you keep?
I didn't keep all of them, but I had I have a significant amount. The ones that were milestones, I tried to keep.
Okay, what's your favorite one out of all those 100?
The next one.
No, that would be
I
101.
know, that's what I'm saying. So whatever the next milestone I hit, that's gonna be my favorite one. But I don't really have a specific one. But that's a pretty cool milestone to be a part of with the group I'm being part of. Guys I idolize, guys I grew up watching, guys who are kind of like heroes to me. Yeah, it's just an unbelievable, you know, time for me to be able to accomplish that, and just thankful, and God is good.
Okay, but you run differently than most running backs. So you could idolize Barry Sanders or somebody like that, but you
Yeah, but
don't.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not them at all. But like, I still love watching them, watching the highlights, and just seeing how dominant they were. During that time, and that's what I get from that. Just like how dominant they were whenever they were in their prime, and
But
when
you
they.
didn't try to emulate them.
Yeah, not Barry. No, I couldn't Barry at all.
Well, who did you want to emulate?
Yeah, I grew up watching
Emmett?
LaDainian Tomlinson. So I was
Oh,
a big LaDainian Tomlinson fan. But as I got older and I realized my size, like, dang. I ain't no LT. I can't be LT. And I was telling a story like a couple weeks ago. I looked up. I started looking up and just watching running backs, and Eric Dickerson popped up, and I was like, dang, that's kind of like, yeah, that's what I want to be like. And then in all the records, you know,
Because he ran upright. He was he
yeah,
he ran differently than anybody, but he did have great speed. What do you think when you see Coach Saban on College Game Day? Did you know he had this kind of personality?
yeah. I mean, Coach Saban, he was funny whenever we were at Bama. A lot of people didn't see it, but at practice, Coach Saban always joke around with us. I was no surprise to me. I feel like it's something that's natural. And plus you got different personalities that help bring out other people's personalities. Pat McAfee, he loves messing with Coach Saban. So, it's kind of good to see him having fun and going off into his next journey. I feel like he's doing a good job.
Yeah, but we broke the story about D's nuts.
What is it?
Josh Jacobs said that Coach Saban would talk about D's nuts. How about D's nuts?
Oh yeah, he used to say that like if we were at practice, and he would just joke. He would joke. He would get somebody like every time. Yeah, he definitely joked about that. I remember those days. Heck
So
yeah.
did he ever say to you something about D's nuts?
Nah, I try to stay away so I didn't get caught with that joke. But I always be around and I like he got somebody else with it. It was he would crack up. It was so funny to him, but we all knew it was coming.
Hey, congrats on the milestones there and many more. Great to talk to you, and hopefully we'll see you soon, maybe at the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. That's the goal, and appreciate you for having me, Dan. It's always fun.
Derrick Henry got the Commanders coming up this weekend and over 10,000 yards in his NFL career, 100 touchdowns as well.